Greetings, 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 and welcome, dear family, to the Monday edition of Wealth Builders Worldwide. And tonight's focus is on Go Bullion, Get Your Weight Up. So my name is Muhammad Mahdi. I'm broadcasting live from Atlanta, and I am part of a dynamic team, the True Global Wealth team, and we are promoting saving and earning using Go Bullion. We're part of the Carrot Bar's Go Bullion project. It's an international project, and we'll speak more about that in just a second. For right now, I'd like to do some housekeeping. This is an interactive session, and I'd like to make sure that we're live, that you are receiving this information as we are sharing it. So you have, if you're on a phone, if you're on a cell phone, you can tap the screen and you'll probably see a comment stream below the window that you are watching this presentation on. Right? Let's see. I'm sorry. To the right of it. Well, no, if you're on a phone, it's going to be below. You'll see the comment stream. And you're live. See, I'm live, and you're able to interact with me live from your phone. So just type in your name and what city you're joining from. I would really appreciate that. That's my way of being able to check to see if everything is working as it should. If you're on a laptop or desktop and you're looking at the screen, to the right of your screen on this side, just to the right of this picture window, you'll see the comments. And in that comment stream, there'll probably be the words oldest. And then if you click on the drop down arrow, you'll see the phrase newest. Click on newest, and that will refresh your comments so that your comments are the recent comments that appear. So you're live with me right now, right? And you can please share your name and where you are joining this event from. We would really appreciate that. So we'll give you a minute to do that. We want to acknowledge our guests, so let me just take a quick peek and see, 1 second. I just want to peek over and see what's going on the page, because I'm on a different page, and it's always great. So James Cleveland James Head from Cleveland, Ohio is here. Tila Joy, welcome from Detroit. Marcus Cooley checking in from Inkster, Michigan. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Fantastic. So we're excited to see you here. All of the guests, if you're guests and you're visiting this live stream for the first time, absolutely please put your name in and where you're broadcasting from. Hey, it's an informal conversation. It's an elevated conversation, but it's in an informal conversation where we get to speak to you about the importance of Go Bullion and how now in the 21st century, some new developments have come about that allow people just like you and me to be first-time Go Bullion private investors, right? A lot of things have changed since the recession of 2008, and pressures have resulted in more and more people seeking remedies for how they can keep more of what they're earning, right? Many of us had all of our earnings in paper instruments, and I mean dollar bills and other derivatives of dollars like CDs, money markets, and the like, 401ks. And, some of us got hurt in the financial recession of 2008. Some of us are still feeling the hurt. And so we have been looking for ways that we can effectively save and even earn, in light of a shrinking, a devaluing dollar. And so that's what tonight's conversation is about. Some of the discoveries that we made along the way, and excitedly sharing those discoveries with you. So let's see if we can do some screen share and get right to it. 1 second. Let me get back to where you guys are. Awesome. 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 Okay, so if you can see my screen, we're going to do some screen share magic here. And if you can see my screen, please let me know. So while we've got that going, let me switch over here and see if we can make the screen bigger. Awesome. So tonight, we are, let me just check with the audience to make sure everybody can see the screen. Hopefully we don't lose anyone. Let me refresh and see. If you can see the screen. Okay, James Head says, I see the screen. Awesome. Angela Gray is here from Inkster, Michigan. Welcome, Angela. Always great to see our folk. Tila Joy is in the house. And hopefully you are still seeing this screen. Hopefully you're still seeing the screen. Let me go back and make sure. Yes, as far as I know, we're still showing the screen. So tonight, what we wanted to, again, discuss is a couple of things. Always wonderful when this happens. I'm just wanting to make sure that we get to the beginning. All right, so our objective here tonight is to really share with you a system that allows you to do a couple of things. Number one, we're looking for ways that we can save more of what we earn. Number two, we want to take our earnings and transfer our hard-earned cash into solid assets, right? And number three, we want to have financial assets, right, that produce more cash flow so that we don't have to grind every day for the rest of our lives, right? So we want to have a system, a financial system that allows us to have complete mastery over three freedoms: time freedom, location freedom, and financial freedom. We want a system that will allow us to realize residual income. And that means monies that flow to us month after month without us having to grind again, without us having to grind every day, trading our precious time for a dollar. We want to be in a position where we have complete mastery of our time, and we're pouring our time into the projects that are most important to us. And so tonight we're going to be speaking about gold bullion and the discoveries that we made with gold bullion that are allowing many of us to do exactly just that. Now, again, since 2008, and for some people even before that, we had been seeing an increasing downturn in the economy. People were under the pressure of rising debt, unemployment, being strapped for cash. Some people in 2008 experienced bankruptcies, absolute financial loss because during the 2008 recession, everything that was tied to the US dollar, especially mortgages that were backed by US dollars, the mortgage banking industry failed, and there were a lot of foreclosures. A lot of people lost their homes. And so many people have been trying to get back and get some financial footing since then. Don't know how you're faring, but many of us have been really putting our heads together, locking arms, and looking for viable solutions. And so the problem is that many of us have been so focused on what we don't want, we have not put enough energy into focusing on the things in life that we do really want. And sometimes it takes developing a mastermind. And that's what we did. We used the technology that was available for us, available to us, our cell phones, our laptops, and we began forming what we call global wealth networks, networks of people who get together online and lock arms for basically two common core objectives. Number one, we all wanted to have complete mastery, income, our weekly cash flow, our monthly income, and how we manage our financial affairs. And number two, we wanted to have complete mastery over our time. And so having that as the goal, we began to look as a team of people, right? The True Global Wealth team that is hosting this tonight. It's not just me. There's a whole team of people behind me. But our True Global Wealth community began to collectively brainstorm and look for ways that we could keep more of our hard-earned cash and then transfer that cash into some kind of asset that would give us long-term wealth accumulation and preserve our buying power into the future. We didn't want to have our dollars just in bank accounts that were only returning 0.01% interest. We wanted to transfer our hard-earned cash into financial assets that would increase over time and that would spin off more cash flow for us so that we wouldn't have to grind. So with our goal being distinct, the way towards that began to reveal itself, and that's why we're here tonight. So what are your dreams? What is it that you love most? What is it that you want to do? Is it trying to find the next private beach so that you could share that with your significant other? Is it being able to jump on a private plane and travel, get an education of other cultures, other places in the world? Travel, is it that you want to go on cruises or perhaps change your zip code, change your lifestyle, and have the home of your dream, or homes with an S, plural, in several places? Could it be, again, like having wonderful cruises that you enjoy and really taking in this planet Earth and enjoying it in the way that it's supposed to be enjoyed? Is it just going out with friends and having a wonderful time dining, or better yet, traveling from country to country and connecting with friends who share values, the same kind of values and life goals that you have, from one country to the next? Is it just getting together and being able to hang out with longtime friends that you have established relationships with over the years? Well, reach those goals, right? How is it that you're going to put all that together? And if the current job that you have, whatever it is that you're doing for income, I won't say job, but whatever it is that you're doing for income, if what you're doing right now for income is a job, if you're trading your time for a paycheck currently, and that career, whatever it is, and however glorious the title was, if that career was intended to make you wealthy and give you true financial freedom, don't you think it would have happened already? Well, our answer is that we've got to create our own economy, right? We've got to take these technology tools that we have at our disposal and begin to build financial assets that allow us to keep more of what we earn, and continually look for assets that will help us spin off more cash flow, so that eventually our assets that we are accumulating will be a source of cash flow for us and take care of our weekly and month-to-month needs as well. Not just something for the long term, but an asset class that will also allow us to spin off cash flow to cover our monthly expenses and our monthly needs, right? So our philosophy became, can we become our own bank? And the answer is yes, you can be your own bank. So Warren Buffett, who is a multi-billionaire, was reported to have said, if you don't find a way to make money, to generate income while you're sleeping, you will probably work until you die. And how many of us have family, friends, and relatives who are working well past their 60s, past the point, quote unquote, of retirement, simply because they haven't figured out a way to generate income without trading their time for that income. So they're still working. They're in the workplace, right? The key is to build a financial asset that will spin off cash flow residually over time, because of the efforts that you put towards building that cash reserve yesterday. Will it continue to pay you and provide cash flow for you tomorrow? So another person was reported to have said that if you understood the power of residual income, and again, that's monies that flow to you month after month after month because of some work that you did in the marketplace in the past, if you understood the power of that, you'd walk through a brick wall to get it. And so what we discovered in the way of building our own bank and a system that allows us to build long-term financial assets that also can spin off cash flow is gold bullion. And we've entitled our entire movement, this global movement, True Global Wealth, because we found in our discoveries that gold bullion is real money. It's true global wealth. It has everything that an ideal currency should provide you in the way of being a store of wealth, being able to preserve your buying power into the future, being something that cannot be affected by inflation. It can't be regulated by local governments. Even investor grade gold can't be taxed. You can't tax it. It goes into a different asset class altogether. And when we found out that private investor gold bullion, in other words, gold bullion that you didn't buy from from the central bank of the country that you're in, right? It's not government issued gold bullion. It's gold bullion that's gotten from private refineries that are minting gold. When you acquire that kind of gold, that gold falls under a totally different set of laws that are above your local government's laws of taxation. And that's probably one of the most exciting things that we're going to discuss as we move forward. The problem is that gold, as we have always known it, have been just like you see here in these big brick bars. So the question is, where do you acquire that? If you wanted to get gold, if gold is a fantastic store of value, how do you get it and how do you afford that, right? This is how we're used to seeing gold. Now, this is a 1 kilogram brick. So this is what most of us have in our mind from the television shows we've seen, from any books we've read, from videos that we've watched. We've seen people who are wealthy or situations where they were talking about gold and wealth in the same sentence. They were talking about these big kilogram brick bars of gold. And at roughly $50 to $60 per ounce, depending upon where you source gold, we'll just take $50 as an easy average. $50 per gram, 1,000 grams, that one bar that you're looking at would be $50,000. And unless you're extremely bankrolled, nobody has that kind of financial wherewithal to invest at a time for gold. Certainly not every other month for gold. So we had to take our search a little further. We knew that gold was the highest form of currency. We knew that gold was real money. We know that central banks use gold in commodity exchanges, international commodity exchanges for oil, for wheat, for rice, for sorghum, for finished machinery, for all kind of things. Gold in the past been used as the commodity, the vehicle for exchange, the currency for exchange. It supersedes all other currencies, and gold bullion is the currency that all other currencies are weighed against. Everything is always weighed against a gold standard, right? So again, the problem has been the size. Well, since 2008, there's been a lot of consumer demand and private investor demand to have a safe haven for our gold bullion. I'm sorry, for our cash. For, what do we do with our cash? And so that increased private investor demand, private consumer demand has led refineries around the world to begin minting gold bullion in smaller denominations. Here on the right, you see, another example of a gold bullion kilogram bar, but on the left, you see these gold bullion bars. They're still bars, but they're in smaller and smaller denominations. So we know that gold is a protective shield against inflation, and the experts, Robert Kiyosaki, Mike Maloney, who've written several books on these economic times and the best ways to safeguard yourself in these times, have said that gold is real money. And they also said, to the expense, most people find it difficult to acquire large gold bars and don't even know how to contact a gold bullion broker. And this is where they both, Robert Kiyosaki and Mike Maloney, have endorsed a small acquiring gold bullion in smaller denominations. And further, they've endorsed a partner that we've discovered called Carrot Bars, a producer, an international producer of gold bullion in smaller denominations. So here's how the refineries have responded to the increased demands for gold. They've begun minting gold bullion bars in smaller denominations. We call these affordable denominations of gold bullion. So instead of 1,000 grams or a kilogram, now we have gold bullion bars being minted in 100-gram weights, in a 50-gram weight, 30 grams or 1 troy ounce weight, 20 grams, 10 grams, 5 grams. If you can see my cursor moving up, 2.5 grams, and now even 1 gram denominations of gold bullion. We call this 1 gram gold bullion bar transaction friendly, because anywhere in the world, gold bullion is accepted as a medium of exchange. If you go from your country to another country, generally you have to trade your country's currency at the local exchange for the new country's currency in order for you to be able to barter and trade and buy in the marketplace. However, especially in other countries, retailers will accept gold bullion in small denominations for goods, because gold bullion has a proven track record over the last 2,500 years for always going up in value. So retailers are keen on accepting gold bullion today, because although you may have paid for an item with a gold bullion bar and 1 gram right here that fits on your fingertip has a local market value now of about $50, that gold bullion gram that the retailer accepted for an item in his shop or her shop that was valued at $50, they know full well that 90 days from now, that gold bullion is going to be worth more than what they acquired it for. So they acquired it in exchange for $50 worth of goods or services. But 90 days from now, that gold bullion that they acquired from you is going to be worth more. So everywhere in the world, gold bullion is readily accepted when you have it in these small transaction friendly denominations. Here's some other examples of gold bullion in 1 gram bars. This is by APMEX, a vendor that's in the United States that makes gold bullion bars available that come from refineries that produce 999.9% pure 24 karat gold bullion. So again, all gold is not the same. When we speak about bullion, we're speaking about currency grade gold that's in bar form, and it is designated 999.9% pure, which means that it doesn't have any other metal alloys in that gold. It doesn't have nickel, copper, cadmium, or any other kind of metal in that gold. It is 999.9% pure 24 karat, not 10, not 12, not 14, not 18, 24 karat gold bullion. And so here's an example of another gold bullion bar. This is a 5 gram bar, just wanting to get you to understand how market demand, the consumer and private investor demand, has spurred refineries to begin producing these gold bullion bars in these smaller denominations. More people wanted to have a better store of wealth than the dollars that are issued by their country, whether it's pesos or yen or dinar or dirham or whatever it is, right? People around the world have put a lot of demand on acquiring gold bullion. And so now manufacturers have been responding with providing gold bullion bars in these smaller denominations. Here you see a 50 gram wafer that's perforated so that the owner can snap off 1 gram at a time. There's 10 bars across the top and they're 5 deep. And these are all snap off. You could, they've been perforated in such a way that, you could snap that gold off in 1 gram denominations, right? And this is what that looks like. Another example. And so the joint venture partner that we have, Carat Bars, contracted with refineries in several countries that were certified by the LBMA, the London Bullion Manufacturers Association, to produce 999.9% pure 24 karat gold bullion. That's the gold bullion that our joint venture partner, Carat Bars, has contracted to bring to the marketplace in these small denominations, right? The first entry was a Carat Bar portfolio that held 100 1 gram bars like this. And then Carat Bars decided to have a new production medium for their pure 24 karat gold bullion bars. They started to embed the pure 1, 2.5, and 5 gram bars in a plastic matrix that looks about like it looks very much like a credit card. It's about the size of a credit card. And here you see our gram bars being put into the Carat Bar matrix. A Carat Bar is an actual card that has a 1 gram, 2.5 gram, or 5 gram denomination of 24 karat pure gold bullion embedded in this plastic card matrix with a lot of authenticity stampings that attest to the purity, the weight, the value of each one of the bars in that card. So each classic Carat Bar is either a 1 gram, 2.5 gram, or 5 gram bar of 999.9% pure 24 karat gold bullion framed within this plastic matrix. Here's an example of a 1 gram carat bar. Just to show you where the marketplace has come to in demand for better ways to store value. So again, let me bring this conversation home. We are here tonight to discuss a couple of things. How do we save and pay ourselves first? Most people have had a terrible time saving because we've been saving in cash. That cash has been in a bank. We have a credit card that's attached to that checking or savings account. And when times get tough, go and dip from that bank account, whether it's a checking or a savings account, and that cash just goes right through our fingers, right? When we discovered that we could acquire gold bullion that's 999.9% pure 24 karat of the highest quality, that's currency grade, right? And be able to use this as a store of value to pay ourselves first, then it became simple for us. It was fun. Okay, wow, now we can take our dollars and we can acquire gold bullion instead of putting our dollars in a bank, and that bank pays us what is it now? 0.1% interest on the money that we put there. And then they get mad at you if you want to take out over $2,000 at a time. You got to go through all kind of red tape to acquire your money. Meanwhile, they're taking your dollars and lending that out in what's called fractional lending to local area real estate companies, insurance companies, other companies that are using our monies to do business, right? To grow their business. That's what banks do. We said, well, let's change all of that around. Let's not get caught holding the bag. Let's take our monies, pour it into a financial asset, gold bullion, that has a 2,500 year proven track record of increasing in value, right? Gold, for example, since 2008, gold was at $600 an ounce. In 2014, gold hit $1,600 an ounce. That's almost a 300% increase in the amount of in the value, the market value of gold bullion. Almost 300%. Do you have any kind of financial instrument, CD, money market, any of that's paying you 300%? No. Gold right now is, depending upon where you acquire it, is between $1,200 and $1,400 an ounce. So even from the 2008 recessionary time, when it was valued at $600 an ounce, it has risen in value in 2008 to $1,200, depending upon where you access it, acquire it, $1,400 per ounce now. That's a 200% increase in your money if you had gold and just held on to it. You didn't have to do any kind of Forex trading. You didn't have to do anything slick. All you had to do was hold on to gold. And so that's what we're talking about. We're talking about having a financial instrument that we can hold on to. See, we don't have to store it in a bank and worry about, can we get to our money if we need it? We can hold physical gold in our possession. Our joint venture partner, this is the 1 gram bar. Let's go on. This is a 2.5 gram bar in our credit card sized embed, plastic embed. And here's a 5 gram bar of 999.9% pure 24 karat gold bullion, currency grade gold bullion, 5 grams, right? So why are we here? Because, of course, the most important economy is the one that's right inside of your own house. That's the most important economy, not what the government is doing, not what other governments are doing, but how are you and your family protected? How are our families protected? And Karat Bars gives us a way to not only save, but to save in an asset class that continually increases in value. So now there's two parts to this story. right? We discovered through this joint venture partner, Carrot Bars, that there was a phenomenal way to both save using gold bullion and earn using gold bullion, right? So Carrot Bars discover a global business is changing the future of making money by bringing gold to the masses. So the other part, so let's just talk about Carrot Bars and true global wealth and lifestyles of the new rich. Let's just talk about that for a second. With Carrot Bars, the way that we save is simple. Carrot Bars allows us to open a gold bullion savings account. And if you see the button below this viewing screen that you're looking at right now, it says register now. You can go right now to hit that button and register for your own free gold bullion savings account. We have a window of opportunity right now. There are no fees associated with you opening a Carrot Bars account. The only time that money is, the only time that you are using money with your Carrot Bar account is when you're exchanging your own dollars for gold bullion. Isn't that cool? No fees. You know, like banks, they have monthly banking fees, no minimum balances, none of that. You can click that button below right now and register right this second to open your own Carrot Bars gold bullion savings account, right? It's an international account, right? Our Carrot Bars, our corporate partner, our joint venture partner, is headquartered in Stuttgart, Germany. They have regional offices in Dubai, in Singapore, in London, right? 3 other regional offices. The gold is can be kept in an international depository. When you establish your account tonight and you decide to start exchanging your dollars for Carrot Bars gold bullion, that gold bullion can either be stored in the international depositories in Stuttgart, Germany, or you can take physical possession of your gold bullion by having it sent directly to your doorstep. Isn't this cool? Listen to me again. You can have the gold bullion sent directly to your doorstep, right? And the joint venture partner that Carrot Bars has, their joint venture delivery partner in over 120 countries, is FedEx. FedEx guarantees delivery to your front door. Ladies and gentlemen, gold is money. And the Carrot Bars International Gold Acquisition System allows you to not only save your money in gold bullion, but it also allows you to get cash referral rewards whenever you get someone else happily involved in establishing their own gold bullion savings account. That's right. You actually get paid when you share with others what you are experiencing yourself, the ability for you to save in gold bullion. When you share that experience with others, Carrot Bars will send you a cash referral reward, commissions, every time that person that you refer to Carrot Bars exchanges their dollars for gold bullion. I want you to hear this again. We actually get paid for saving our money and helping others to do the same. All this is a system of exchanging your declining paper currency for a currency that has much, much, much higher value, gold bullion. We exchange our paper dollars for Carrot Bars gold bullion, and those Carrot Bars can either be held in a depository with the company or sent directly to you so that you have physical possession of your Carrot Bars. We're going to show you some, a few Carrot Bars that I have, so that you can see that this is absolutely real, 100% real. Carrot Bars International, the headquarters is in Stuttgart. It's directly across the street from the Mercedes-Benz global headquarters also in Stuttgart, Germany. They're right across the street from each other in one of the most one of the most high rent financial districts in Stuttgart, right? Mercedes-Benz on one side of the street and Carrot Bar's corporate headquarters on the other, right? Carrot Bars has been established for 5 years now, founded in late 2011, early 2012. Carrot Bars enjoys shipping to its customer base in over 120 countries. And again, they specialize in the distribution of gold bullion in transaction-friendly, affordable denominations, 1 gram, 2.5 gram, and 5 gram gold bullion bars. Carrot Bars offers a path to financial freedom. Now, why do we say that? Because it's a complete ecosystem. Number one, again, we're able to save more of what we're earning, and we're saving that in a tangible financial asset, gold bullion, that is continually increasing in value, right? Number two, we're able to earn because Carrot Bars has incentivized the saving process. They pay a cash referral reward every time we promote this Carrot Bars Gold Bullion savings system to others. As other people get involved in actively exchanging their dollars for gold bullion, Carrot Bars computer tracks that new person who was referred to them by us and sends us cash referral rewards, either in cash on a MasterCard. That's the other thing. The third partner that Carrot Bars, I should say, the second partner that Carrot Bars has. First one is their delivery partner, FedEx. The second one is their payment partner, MasterCard. Carrot Bars is one of the international exclusive partners of MasterCard. They've been vetted by MasterCard. In other words, MasterCard has approved Carrot Bars as their partner in over 120 countries. Any of our affiliates that are in those countries are issued a MasterCard so that when they are promoting the Carrot Bars ecosystem, when they're promoting the Carrot Bars system of saving in gold bullion, Carrot Bars pays that person, pays you directly onto a MasterCard your cash referral rewards. So that's why we say this is the path towards financial freedom. So again, Carrot Bars has an incredible product line that includes, we saw at the beginning, our gold bullion Carrot Bars cards, the official Carrot Bar, then our Carrot Bars that are in the form of a gold coin. This is a 1 gram bar of Carrot Bars gold bullion that's encased in a plastic gold coin that has hologram stampings. This is a hologram stamp on one side of the card. It has a serial number on the back of the card and a serial number, on the back of the coin, and a serial number engraved on the bar itself. So there are all kind of authenticity safeguards even in the coins. But the most exciting product that's just been released 2017 is Cash Gold. Cash Gold is the third and newest product of Carrot Bars. It is one step closer to a currency. I'll just put it this way. It's one step closer to providing the world with a currency that is backed by gold. So this is not an official currency in the sense that it's been issued by a country. This is a Carrot Bar cash gold certificate, which is about the size of a typical dollar bill. And inside of this plasticized gold bill, cash bill, is a are ingots of gold bullion. So you see a 0.1 gram ingot or gold bullion bar here. Again, it's 999.9% pure gold bullion, right? Here you see a 2 gram gold ingot. There's a 4 gram gold ingot and I'm sorry, 4/10 of a gram and 6/10 of a gram. So again, a 0.1 gram, 0.2 of a gram, 4/10 of a gram. These are 4 1/10 gram carat bars embedded in a bill matrix. Here are 6 1/10 gram gold bullion bars embedded in a cash bill matrix. This is the newest product. It's called Cash Gold, which brings us one step closer to being able to have gold bullion as a transaction-friendly medium of exchange, right? 1/10 of a gram of gold bullion. If 1 gram is $50, then 1/10 gram, a cash bill like this, is $5. 2/10, this one up here, is $10. You with me? And so forth and so on. 4/10, this one would be worth $20. And the 6/10 would be worth $30, right? So if we were to exchange it in current, if we were to just fix that in your head as current monetary value of these cash bills, this is right here the same as actually it's better than having a $5 bill in your pocket, because this is gold bullion. It's a 0.1 of a gram gold bullion bar. The cool thing is 90 days from today, the sound of my voice today, us being on this broadcast today, 90 days from now, this is going to be worth more than it is today. And I want you to fix that in your mind as we wrap up this discussion about carat bars. Here's a clip that I just put to show some of the unique security features that have been added to each one of these carat bar cards that makes it just an extreme value, head and shoulders above what you would have with getting gold bullion from any other vendor. This cash asset ecosystem that we're speaking about now, the ability to not only save in a tangible financial asset, but also to be able to generate cash flow as you promote the carat bar system with others, and you get paid cash referral rewards on a MasterCard. Here you see an example of the carat bars MasterCard. It's an entire ecosystem, and we're extremely excited about this. So that's why I'm saying, don't hesitate. Take the simple step. The person that invited you to this webcast tonight, you want to go to that button that's right below and click and register now, just to establish your own gold bullion savings account. You can fund it whenever you are ready to fund it. No monies are required. You just want to get positioned to be able to save in a tangible financial asset that increases over time. You want to do that right now while there's a window of opportunity. Then let the person that invited you to tonight's webcast share with you in detail behind how you can generate weekly cash flow just by sharing the carat bars experience with your circle of influence from city to city in this country and into other countries. There's all kind of incentives in addition to cash that carat bars gives to those people who are enthusiastically promoting this carat bars gold bullion ecosystem. There's Rolex watches. There are automobiles. You can be gifted an automobile because of your promotional efforts with carat bars. Even have a luxury villa paid for $750,000, I'm sorry, 750,000 euros, a place of your choosing valued at that amount because of the work that you've done in promoting the Carrot Bars experience. So it's huge. Carrot Bars is here. It's now. Go Bullion Savings and Investing is here and now. Your ability to win is here and now. We encourage you to do a couple of things tonight. Number one, again, right below the screen that you're viewing, click the button, take action, and take ownership of your own Go Bullion savings account right now. Just do it now. Position yourself, and then get with the person who invited you to our broadcast tonight and ask them about the ways that you can not only save and earn, because I think that's pretty clear. You just take your dollars and exchange them for gram equivalents of Go Bullion, right? We even have an auto exchange. You know how you take monies off, you tell your employer to take monies off for health insurance, and here, take, direct deposit off for my 401k, and take direct deposit off for my vision care program, dental program, et cetera, right? Well, we have a program with this joint venture, Carrot Bars. It's called Auto Exchange. You tell them how much dollars you want to exchange for Carrot Bars on a weekly basis. Well, hey, I just want you to siphon off $20 a week towards my Go Bullion savings account. They'll do that. It's called auto exchange. So every week they'll take $20 off of your card, $80 for the month, and put that in Go Bullion equivalents, right? You'll have the equivalent of that amount, $80 US in Go Bullion grams in your account in Stuttgart. And whenever you want, you want to have 2.5 gram Carrot Bar card sent to you, right? $80 would be about 2.5 grams. A gram is $50, $55. So 2.5 grams would be about $80. So every month you can say, hey, Carrot Bar, send me a 2.5 gram card, right? Money's in and gold out. Now you have gold in your physical possession. It's being shipped to your front door by FedEx. That's our international delivery partner. You get excited. Wow, this is awesome. I'm saving gold, but I really would like to earn some money. Well, cool. Carrot Bars has an incentivized program to pay you for sharing your experience in being able to save your monies in Go Bullion with other people. So you go out and tell your contacts, your associates, your relations from city to city in this country and in over 120 countries, and Carrot Bars will send you a cash referral reward every time that contact of yours exchanges dollars for Go Bullion. You have a complete back office where you can see all of those transactions happening, right? Full disclosure. You can see your cash flow amass start to grow as your contacts join you in being first generation Go Bullion savers. And remember, every time they're exchanging dollars for grams, you get a paycheck. Every time their people exchange dollars for grams, they get a paycheck, and on and on. It's a phenomenal way for us to channel a stream of income to people that we care about. For that reason alone, go ahead and click the button below. Get signed up tonight. We are excited about having you here. Let me jump back to our broadcast, see if I can stop screen share and come back to you guys. Right, here we are. So we're excited that you joined us tonight. Hope that you got a lot of value out of that. Hope that you're excited as we are over this discovery, right? This is true global wealth. This isn't the opportunity right now, especially in light of all the stuff that's going on in the world, right? This is an opportunity for you to have something that's solid and that's proven. Gold Bullion has an undisputable track record for over 2,500 years. Every year, it's gone up in value, right? Don't believe me? Go and Google 30-year history of gold bullion. Then Google 50-year history of gold. Then Google 100-year history of gold bullion. Don't believe me? Go and do that yourself after you've clicked the button below to register for your free gold bullion savings account. Do it now. Take ownership of your life. So my name is Muhammad Mahdi. On behalf of the True Global Wealth team, Karatbars International, we're excited to share this with you. We want you to come back next Monday and bring about 4, 5, 10 friends so that they can hear this. There is a Facebook group that we want you to request to join if you want more detail. And forgive me for not bringing that up on a screen so that you could just copy that, but we want you to go on Facebook and do a search for Karatbars True Global Wealth. 4-word search. Karatbars Global Wealth. Again, search on Facebook for Karatbars True Global Wealth. Request to join the mastermind. It's our Facebook mastermind where we excitedly discuss all the great things that are happening within our True Global Wealth community, the growth that we're experiencing. You know, a lot of video back at the Facebook mastermind for you to look at, to deepen your understanding and your appreciation for what you have your hands on. So again, my name is Muhammad Mahdi. We're excited that you joined us tonight. We look forward to seeing you at the next live stream. Make it a good evening. Good night.